wind could generate as much as 20% of America's electricity 20 years from now. That's right, 20%.
I'm Steve Richards, and I teach at Ridge High School in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. I've had an interest in alternative energy sources for quite some time now, and over the past few years I've developed this wind turbine activity that's been quite successful. When I first developed this project, there weren't kits commercially available dealing with wind energy on the market, so I developed everything from scratch. This uses a range of commonly available materials from 1/8-inch plywood, dowels, rotor hubs, masonite, plastic gears available online, wood from our school's wood shop, acrylic, and so on.
The wind turbine project starts with a bit of background on the U.S. power grid, a discussion of alternative energy sources, and some details on turbine design. The students follow up with general internet research about commercial wind turbines and specifics about rotor design. Students begin the fabrication with designing and cutting the rotor blades. A selection of materials, including extruded polystyrene, foam core, 1/8-inch plywood, and balsa are available. Most groups cut and sand rotor blades for an aerodynamic profile. After a preliminary assembly and testing of the rotors, students select the appropriate gear ratio based on comparisons with samples and other groups' designs. The gearboxes are laid out using an array of plastic gears, and a high level of precision is necessary for a working assembly. Once the location of each gear axle is laid out, the gearboxes are drilled using the appropriate size drill bits and assembled. The students test and problem solve the workings of the compound gear assemblies and lubricate each assembly. The rotors are reassembled for further testing and coupled to the gearbox, to which a 12-volt electric motor is installed for use as a generator. The rear vane is added to self-right the nacelle towards the wind source. This step offers challenges in minimizing drag on the assembly while maximizing the effectiveness of the vane through testing. Finally, during testing, the students determine the voltage output at 3 different wind speeds, and a portion of their grade allots a greater point value to the group with the highest average output. The students also use a smartphone app with a timed strobe light to determine the maximum RPM of the rotor and calculate the resulting generator RPM. All of the data gathered is presented in a portfolio of each student's work, including a discussion of the finer points of design, setbacks encountered, and problem solving that occurred through the process. The project is well received by all of the students, who contribute to follow-up forum posts on the viability of alternative energy choices for today's power grid.
My students enjoy this project, and I do as well. Some of my future plans include incorporating active controls to orient the position of the rotor to face the wind, as well as coupling multiple units together using electronics to stabilize the output.
Nations recognize that the country that leads the clean energy economy will be the country that leads the 21st century global economy. They were making serious investments to win that race and the jobs that come with it. And some of you may have heard me say this before, I don't accept second place for the United States of America.
This is a subject I'm passionate about, and many of the students we teach today will be called upon by our country to meet the challenges of tomorrow, providing cleaner, greener energy sources for our future. I hope you found our project interesting. I'm Steve Richards. Thank you.